served 2 terms. Has he delivered to the people of Zimbabwe, what he's promised prior to his election?
It's a different approach when it comes to the issue of deliverance, because we have seen some members of the opposition saying that the president has not delivered, and we have seen ZANU-PF supporters saying that the president has delivered in terms of his promises. But there are some issues that he has tried to deliver, though the country was sort of in autopilot for the past 38 years. He has tried in terms of issues to do with road rehabilitation. We have seen the issue of the emergency road rehabilitation, which has seen some of the roads being improved. We have also seen the commissioning of clinics. We have also seen the expansion of net farm, and we have also seen him commissioning issues to do with ambulances and various things that Zimbabwe need. But the issue being is, are these enough for the electorate? It is up to them to decide, because some are saying that he has not delivered, and some are saying he has delivered. So it's up to an individual to decide whether has ZANU-PF delivered in its election, in its manifesto of 2018.
Takunda, Zimbabwe's economy is possibly in the worst state it has ever been, worse than when Mugabe was president. What are the expectations from the Zimbabwean people on this front, from the elected president?
What we expect, what Zimbabwe expect, is the issues to do with stability when it comes to the current, because it has been an issue which has been topical, because here and there, every week we come to issue to do with different exchange rate, because we have to wait for the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe to give us the various exchange rates. So it is something that we as Zimbabweans, we expect the issues to do with current stability, and the people also need jobs. The issue of job creation, it has been topical in both manifestos for various political parties. So people need jobs, and also issues to do with healthcare. These are the main things that Zimbabweans want. So they expect whoever is going to win this election, he is supposed to deliver or do with current stability, issues to do with jobs, and issues to do with healthcare.
ZANU-PF remains the country's biggest political party, and it has the strongest support, in the rural areas. Is the expectation that they will continue to lead in votes in the rural parts of the country?
We have seen ZANU-PF making inroads in terms of trying to grab urban constituency. If you look at the recent survey by Afrobarometer, we have seen that there is issues to do with inroads pertaining to urban areas, especially the peri-urban areas, because we have seen the issue of ZANU-PF saying that it's going to issue out title deeds to people that were living in the peri-urban areas. So it is making inroads in terms of making sure that it grabs the urban voters.
Takunda, I understand that Zimbabweans living overseas will not be allowed to vote. Why is that?
Can you come again?
I said my understanding is that Zimbabweans living overseas will not be allowed to vote with these elections. Why is that?
Generally, the elections in Zimbabwe are governed by the law. So in the Electoral Act, it does not allow people to vote from the diaspora unless you're working for the government through embassies. That is where you can do the postal voting. So currently, there is no legal framework for such. So this is one thing that Zimbabweans need whenever we are coming into this 10th parliament, which is going to be elected tomorrow. There's deliberate need to include the clause which allows the diaspora to vote. Other than that, if you don't have diaspora vote, it will always be the talk of the town that we need diaspora vote. But there is need for a legal framework that supports the diaspora vote.
You mentioned earlier that the expectation of the incoming president would be, of course, from the electorate, creating jobs. Job creation is very important, and of course the youth come to mind. So how are the youth of Zimbabwe feeling about these elections, and what are their expectations?
Yes, these elections, what I can safely say is that Zimbabwe are polarized. Either you are red or you are yellow or you are green. So when it comes to the members of the opposition, they need jobs and they need their candidate to win, which is Nelson Chamisa. I'm talking to the people, particularly of Triple C. When it comes to the youth who backs ZANU-PF, they're expecting that the president continue with his term so that he can deliver some of the issues that were not properly delivered in 2018 through the manifesto that they launched in 2018. It is the very same manifesto which they are continuing. To take their words, they simply said that they are continuing with the works that they are doing, and this becomes their manifesto. So the youth, they are hoping that as ZANU-PF continues to avail opportunities to the youth that are backing ZANU-PF and other youth that would like to join the various opportunities that ZANU-PF is trying to open up, they would want ZANU-PF to continue. But for those from the opposition, they simply want jobs, and they don't want anything to do with ZANU-PF. That is where the issues to do with polarization comes in. So you are either hot or you are cold when it comes to this election.
Well, Takunda, that's all the time we have this evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow to see how the process of election day is faring. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Nina.
That was Takunda Mandura, who's a freelance journalist from Zimbabwe, speaking to us via Zoom from Harare. The country goes to the polls tomorrow to choose a new president. Well, we'll be back shortly after this break. Stay with us.